My name is Glen Hayward. I'm the proud owner of Good Works Auto Repair in sunny Tempe, Arizona. Welcome to another episode of Under the Hood with Glen. So, what we have here is a 2013 Kia, and this vehicle was towed in, and the problem with this vehicle is that it is overheated. And because of the overheating, it has actually blown the head gasket, and the engine isn't knocking, so it wasn't necessarily completely run out of oil, but it was run very low on oil. There was nothing on the dipstick. There's several things that can happen when you overheat an engine. Number one, you're going to start dumping coolant into the engine, and when that happens, these are the results. So if you look right here, this is the radiator cap. It is completely coated with oil. So you got oil going into the coolant and coolant going into the oil. And also when you look at the overflow container here on this vehicle, you're also seeing this thick coating. This is what happens when oil mixes with antifreeze. So this reservoir here is completely shot, probably can't clean it out. The whole cooling system's been contaminated with oil, so that's very difficult to remove. So first and foremost, this thing minimally, this is a Turbo GDI motor, which is a gas direct injection motor. These vehicles particularly are known for burning oil. So the reason why it was low on oil may have been because the oil was mixing with the antifreeze, but one telltale sign that you can use, and you can do this yourself at home, you lean down here and you put your finger in the tailpipe and you swipe the tailpipe. Now if my finger turns black, you can see my finger was not black. Here's another finger. My finger was not black when I started doing this. Now we'll swipe the other tailpipe. Same difference, same thing. So what we have here is a vehicle that's been burning oil. These motors, not just Kia, not just Hyundai, not just any of those particular brands, but any brand that has a GDI, gas direct injection motor, needs to have regular servicing, maintenance service done on the combustion chamber of the engine. So what we do is we use BG chemicals, and we use this kit right here, and this is made for GDI motors. The lesson learned here is every 20,000 miles minimum, you need to have a GDI service done on the vehicle to keep this from happening, and to keep this from happening what happened to this motor. So now, in all probability, with 90,000 miles on it, this motor is going to need to be replaced. Hyundai and Kia do have a 100,000 mile, 10-year warranty on their vehicles. So there's an outside chance that if this person is the original owner of the vehicle, they will probably put a motor in there for free. And so we're going to advise the customer that. We're going to find out whether they are the original owner. If they are not, that warranty is cut in half and they will not warranty that motor. But it's very important when this motor comes in, they're going to look at it, even if it does go to Kia and they want to warranty it. They're going to look at some of the symptoms and things. If they see any kind of abuse, that this vehicle was not maintained correctly, because right in the owner's manual says every 20,000 miles, this needs to have a GDI service. So they're going to ask them for documents. If there's no documentation showing that they have actually been doing the 20,000 mile GDI services to this thing, that warranty is no longer going to stand. So there's a lot of questions yet that need to be answered. We have not communicated with the customer to let them know and ask them these questions. And we're also going to call Kia for them and find out whether this vehicle might still be under warranty. That will save them a ton of money. Now, that they may not cover the radiator and flushing out the cooling system and the hoses now that are all contaminated with oil. These hoses will not last for a long period of time because the oil in the cooling system will break these hoses down. So all the hoses are going to have to be replaced, and it's doubtful whether Kia or anybody else is going to touch this car without having replaced those, and probably at cost to the customer. So the question is, are they going to fix this car? Are they going to call Kia? Is Kia going to take care of it? But for goodness sakes, if you own a vehicle that is a GDI, and it says right here on the top of the motor, GDI, gas direct injected motor, you need to make sure you're doing the servicing properly on this thing. If you're over 30, 40,000 miles on your vehicle right now, you need to get into a shop that uses BG chemicals and have this service done, because it will eliminate the carbon on the back of those valves, and it will keep your engine running strong and long for a good long time. This motor replacement will probably cost between $5,000 and $6,000 if it's done here at my shop, because by the time I purchase a motor for it and install it, parts and labor. So this person's neglect, they probably would have spent maybe by now in 90,000 miles, that would be approximately 3 or 4 direct injection services that would have cost them about $270 each. but now they're facing a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 repair. So it's questionable as to whether we can get all the gunk out of the radiator. So the radiator will have to be replaced. All the hoses will have to be replaced, including the heater hoses, radiator hoses, the radiator, and maybe we can clean out the coolant deposit, coolant reservoir there. If we can't do that, then that's going to have to be replaced as well. So that just ups the price of everything. So buyer beware. Be aware of the vehicle that you're buying and what are the maintenance requirements. That's why you have a manual in your glove box. If you neglect to do those services, the manufacturer can easily, discard the warranty and deny fixing it for free. So thank you for your time.